So I was born and brought up in a very cosmopolitan setup where my parents were both teachers. I was surrounded by a lot of professors. My friends had parents who were also professors. So I never felt that woman or girl wala problem, right? I was always a kid, and the kid that they wanted to excel in life, who they invested in terms of growth path, the skills, a kid who was put into a good college, and they had certain thoughts on how I can do better, right? But like neither in my school nor in my college I ever had a problem of girls being less. It was always a good girl to boy ratio. So this problem never occurred to me until my college. It was only later in my career that I realized it. But because by that time my fundamentals were very sorted. I knew what my direction has to be, what path do I want to take. I also had good self-confidence, which a lot of girls are not able to develop. I think it was a slightly it was I would not want to use the word easy, because you have to still put in that effort and everything, but it was a journey that I was very aware of how to undertake, right? But not everybody is that fortunate. That is also something that I realized, because when I joined Blinkit, even though all my managers and my seniors have always been so pro-women, the number of women was still 3 out of 30, 40 guys in engineering. Oh, even though we had a lot of girls in product, a lot of girls who are data analysts or in QA engineering, but very few girls who were like engineers in product teams, right? And I think a lot of measures were definitely taken to improve that. But there's one thing that I would want to all the women engineers to know, that you are an engineer, period. The most critical thing that they need to remember is that while discrimination is bad, sometimes special attention is bad too, because when you are under that light, you sometimes forget what is the true goal. For us, the true goal is to learn those skills so that we can reach there, we can be better, right? And I think no matter the amount of attention, I think you should keep your eyes on the target. This is what I want to become. I want to become an engineer. These are 5 skills that I need to have. And how can I bridge that gap? What are the sources through which I can become better? And that's it. I think the second thing that I would like to say is I also had a lot of inspiring women around me. Even though we were just 3 to 4 girls, it was me, Sheena, Apurva and Shruti, who were the early engineers of Blinkit. But all of us were very supportive and inspiring of each other. I would see these girls doing such fantastic, coding challenges and problems. Each of them with their own perspectives, of course, right? But looking at them every day also made me or inspired me to be a better engineer. So it was not a feeling of competition. It was a feeling of how can I be somebody like them? How can I learn a thing or two from them, right? And then as career progressed, there were really good women role models like Visa, who was our business head. Even though she had nothing to do with engineering, right? She played a huge role in my personal growth. She was somebody who was very instrumental in making me aware of my biases with respect to women in engineering, right? And that is very, very critical, because there will be times when you will have certain processes which are very, very ingrained in you. No matter how good of a person you are, you will have certain biases that you need to work on, right? And having somebody like that who is taking in the effort and putting in that effort to make you realize those issues is something that you should totally cherish. And I think other than that, I think my recent team also had another engineer, Shivangi, another other designers like Sampada and Tanya. All these people kind of gave me a reason to look forward to doing new things every day. I've not only learned engineering related things, but I've actually learned so many life skills from them because of how they thought of certain things in their life, right? And I think above all, you also need, even though you have a lot of these inspirations around you, I think I'm not a person who gets super inspired by people who are very distant. I know there are a lot of people who admire people who are the best women engineers in the world, I feel usually more connected with people who are around me. And I think lastly, for me, the biggest role is how people who are going to be consistently there with you throughout your life, how are they supporting and encouraging you? So I think people underestimate the value of that one friend, that brother, that sister, that husband, that boyfriend who is constantly reading through all your documents and telling you and giving you a very critical feedback that this is not worth it. Because there has to be a person who has to be so brutally honest to you that other people usually are not able to. So I really, really value that as well. And I think having that support system around you is very, very important.